Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jordan Beck.
And I'm Elatra Beck.
And this is Around the World and Beck. Today's video is going to be something to kind of get us in the mood with only 1 week till Christmas. We recently got presents from the States where we're going to be showing our creative side in today's video.
We're going to see how this turns out.
Building gingerbread houses, or in my case, Oreo trains.
During this video, we thought that we'd just sit down and let our creative juices flow, and we just talked to you guys about what this last year looked like for us and what the next year's gonna look like and what that means for the channel. So if you like that kind of content, or if you want to see more things from us, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe while you're there. We post new videos every week.
And with that, let's see who is the better Christmas cookie architect. So after unboxing everything, looks like, just for mine, I'm gonna have an easier time. I have less of these cookies. I've got Oreos and candy and gumdrops and icing and a little like easy build tray that's supposed to make this easy, a level 2 difficulty for me.
Mine also says level 2, but I feel like there's way more pieces and I don't know, less to work with, which is either gonna make this harder or easier.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
May the best builder win.
Thank you. You guys will have to let us know who does a better job. Okay, so looking back at this year, Jay, January, what happened?
Well, not much. We pretty much had the pandemic in full swing. We were in lockdown, pretty harsh lockdown for the majority of the year. And so we stayed home and did the responsible thing. We decorated our house quite a bit and just kind of made it more homely, and watched a lot of TV.
Yeah, when we first moved here back in November of 2019, we had a bed and an ottoman and our clothes. And that's pretty much it, because we lived in a studio apartment before we moved here. So there was not really need to have much else outside of that. So when we first moved here, our choices were, do we do the responsible thing and build up our home and get like a dining room table and a couch and, you know, the things that people have in homes, or do we go travel? And for some ungodly reason, we decided we were gonna go travel. So we went to Paris and had a really good time. We did Ireland, a bunch of things like that. In March of 2020, COVID happened, and we were really thankful that we had decided to travel when we could. And that gave us a lot of time to build up our house a little bit and make it slightly more livable. And also in January, I got my vaccine, my first shot.
Yeah, you were pretty early to get it.
I was. Pretty much as soon as they said
that they were available. I think they started manufacturing in the end of December.
Mm-hmm. Yep, jumped on that opportunity, and I was really lucky to get it as soon as I possibly could. So thankful for that. And that's pretty much all that happened, because lockdown was still in full swing in January.
Yeah, and it went into February. Nothing really happened in February. Just kind of rinse and repeat.
I've never built a gingerbread house, by the way, so I'm just like looking at all these pieces like, do I break them apart?
Well, mine doesn't really specify, but it's apparently saying we split them with all these different compartments. And what's also frustrating is it's not a clean break.
Here you go. I don't know if that's gonna help you, or I'm here to sabotage. I don't know if I need to break this piece out. I don't know why it would be cut like that if I don't need it.
I'm just gonna snap it. I think I'm breaking it worse.
Breaking it worse?
So
is this supposed to show me? Oh, I think this is telling me where I need to put it. Is this enough pieces? Yeah, it is. This is not the right size. So I think there's supposed to be guidelines of like where I put this, but heckaroo if I know. We're gonna see how this goes. All right, Jay, February. Where were we? What'd we do?
February was kind of the same thing, just rinse, repeat. Nothing happened. And we hit into March. There was rumor that the lockdown was gonna be changing. I think the first step was in March, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I think you're right. I think that's when they announced like the lockdown release plan.
Yeah, I don't remember the first step. It was that long ago. It probably was something very basic, like you can now go outside longer.
Yeah, because like during that first few during those first few months, it was like January, February time frame, one number of household and grocery stores. You could go for like a 30-minute walk outside exercise a day. Nothing was happening. Which is partly why we had like so little going on the channel too.
It was funny, we moved here with the intention of doing a YouTube channel with us traveling Europe and the life here as Americans, and then COVID
laughed right at us.
Yep. March was also the year that I finally graduated college. And so,
with a bachelor's degree.
Yeah, with a bachelor's degree, and then it was kind of a hopeful thing because then in April more rules became. I think we were allowed to travel.
Yeah, we were on schedule with the lockdown release plan.
Yes, we were. I think we were allowed to visit our area at that point. Again, nothing really happened in April. It was pretty slow still, which then brought us to May, which was the first time we were allowed to leave our kind of city or area region. And we made our way up to Edinburgh.
Which was so much fun.
It was so good to be out and about again and just experience life.
Yeah, not only did we get to leave the house for once, but Edinburgh was really a topless city for us, like places we wanted to go, and we had so much fun. We did the Harry Potter tour, did the whiskey tour, and I remember getting there, it was the very first day that they were allowing alcohol indoors, remember? And we did the whiskey tour the day that it reopened, and we were like, heck yeah, good planning. Outside of visiting Scotland, I think the only other thing we really did in May is we did Stonehenge, which was the week after we went to Scotland, and we were just so tired because the way that we did Stonehenge was we booked an ITT trip from the base, which meant that we spent all day on a bus.
But it was crazy to us because we were like, oh my gosh, we're out traveling again. Like, things are returning to normal. This is what the channel's going to be like. It's going to be great. And then we go to June at that point, and they were like, oh, the big release, which was supposed to be on June 21st, we're going to push it back.
Which made us all worried again because, I mean, just like everyone else, a little over COVID, little ready for some normalcy in our lives. And we got to start doing some cooler stuff again. I mean, not only did we take our honeymoon that month, but a couple weeks prior to that, we actually met the president. So President Biden and his wife, Dr. Biden, were at the base, and Jordan and I got the opportunity to go meet them, and the First Lady actually took my phone, and we got a selfie with her, which was really cool. Us and a bunch of other people. We had a good time. And then the honeymoon of a lifetime, just a few weeks later. We went to Athens for 4 days, which was beautiful and so hot.
It was incredibly hot. We were out, I mean, we've been inside for the past 6 months, and so not really exposed to sunlight. And so we get there and we just fry immediately.
Oh, gosh. And we went through, 2 things of sunscreen? Like maybe more. And I think that's when the travel bug really hit Jordan. I think that's when you realized how good you are at this.
Yeah, at that point I just wanted to start traveling more and see all the different places, and ignited my passion for travel. And then we went to Santorini, where we spent a few days there at a really, really nice resort, probably one of the nicer hotels that I've ever stayed in.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Definitely worth saving all of that money for our honeymoon and being able to just relax with an incredible view and enjoy all the good food and just remember it for an incredible honeymoon and anniversary at the same time. So,
yeah, because that was also our 3rd anniversary while we were there, which was really special.
So yeah, after a couple of days there, we flew back to the UK, had a quarantine, and just kind of went back to normal for a little while. Because the rules were changing for quarantine, hopefully for US people, for US citizens that have their vaccine done, we decided, you know what, let's see if we can get some family out here. But things are changing so rapidly, a lot of our family decided not to risk it. However, we decided to risk it, and we ended up paying for a flight for
my youngest sibling.
Yeah.
to come out here. And that time period was absolutely crazy because not only was travel really starting to open up for the first time, but I changed squadrons, switched jobs of what I was doing at work, which meant a whole new getting used to that and doing everything associated with moving, switching jobs. And then I also went to Israel for work, which was a busy 2 weeks, very hot. And then, Lou came to visit while I was gone and did their quarantine during that time period. And then it was a lot of travel, wanting to take them as many places as we possibly could, since, how often do you get to come to Europe, especially when you're 13, making it as special as we can, despite the fact that, they were gonna spend so much time locked down in the house.
Yeah, so we really, really tried to do as much as we could, which involved going to Ireland while Electra was not here. So we did a quick 2 days. It was barely enough to see anything, but it was enough to be like, yes, we checked it off our list. Let's go to the next country. We came back. You got a couple days there to go to London, right?
Yep.
I think. And then from there, we decided, let's hit a new country with Lou, and
they were game for whatever we wanted to do. And tickets to Barcelona were right in our ballpark.
Yeah, so we quickly booked those tickets, and we spent about 3 nights, I believe, in Barcelona. We did lots of good tours, including the chocolate tour. We went swimming. We had
so much swimming.
We this food. It's one of the big things I remember. It was a quick little trip, but I think it was good to get away for us, just to be like, yes, again, more travel, because that was our next country after our next new country, I should say, after Greece. I think August is the point where we really started picking up the channel. We had videos about Lou visiting Ireland, London,
Cambridge.
And Cambridge that really took off. And we were very excited. And then shortly after,
we decided we're gonna start posting every week.
We did Greg's, we did crisps, we did candy, we did all these different types of videos that really took off, and it was exciting.
Take off.
For us,
5,000 views for us is amazing. It makes us so happy.
Considering at the time of posting this, we're probably going to have hopefully around 600 subscribers.
5,000 views is really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So we kind of went full swing with that for a while, and then at some point, we were booking trips way out in advance because everything was looking good. Things were opening back up. They were just requiring, maybe COVID test here, COVID test there, to enter the country that we wanted to go to, or even to return, and it was a lot easier to travel. Another thing that happened in August was Electra was promoted.
Yeah, it was awesome to be able to have Lou out here for that too. We didn't really think that we'd see family, really at all during that time period because of COVID, but to have them out here for that event was really neat. That brings us into, what's after August? September. Brings us into September. And that was Poland. That was my trip to London with Megan. And you went back to the States.
I did go back to the States.
A few amount of time.
Poland currently is our most successful video at 11,000.
Almost 12.
Yeah, almost 12,000 views. I don't know what it is. If you know, let us know, because we definitely want to recreate what we did, because you guys like it. We want to give you guys what you like. And you went to London with Megan, which was fun. I got lots of picture updates, and I helped plan most of that trip. So.
Yeah, Jordan really exercising his travel agent skills from abroad. And what all did you do in the States with your family? When
I went back to the States, just kind of visited with everyone. It was nice to catch up with my mom and my dad and my sister. And, it's been a while since I had seen them. It was a year, but still a lot can happen in a year.
When you spend, 23 years with someone and then a whole year apart.
That's very, very
significant.
True. So it was good, and I was able to do some fun things. We went to a sushi class, a Thai class. We went to a couple football games, American football games. We went to my cousin's wedding. in Missouri, and fun to see everyone. I see all my grandparents on both sides of the family.
And then you scheduled your trip to come back here, and that meant that we were trying to decide, because it lined up with a holiday for us, Columbus Day, and we were trying to decide whether or not we wanted to use that time to go on vacation. But that would have meant that Jordan left directly from the States to meet me in a different country. And while possible, it was just not something we'd really done before. So we made the decision to go ahead and give it a shot. Like, what's a travel channel without a little adventure? And we went to Iceland for Columbus Day, which also happened to be my 26th birthday.
Yeah, so I flew back and ended up staying more than 12 hours in the airport.
In Heathrow.
And that was an experience I do not want to repeat. But it worked out. We were able to see each other, be reunited, and we flew to Iceland, where we spent the next couple of days enjoying the scenery, driving around, and doing our best to spot the northern lights.
Which was a trip all in itself. But Iceland was a lot of fun. It was a trip like we've never taken before. Not only were we separated from each other and then met there, but we also got a rental car, which we had never done before.
And it was unfortunate that the mic broke during that video.
Oh, yeah. That was one of those, like, we were so upset when we went back and watched the footage and we realized that, like, you know, it's too late. We were already left the location. But it was so darn windy too. I don't even know what kind of mic you could have had that. Completely
blowing out the audio. And then after Iceland, we had my birthday, where we went and visited the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest experience, which was fun. I'm glad we got to do some more local things and definitely more Harry Potter themed things. Then we hit November, and that was, there was so much happening in November.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of our more busier times. Originally, Malaysia was supposed to go to a very cool destination for work, but it didn't work out, so we were scrambling to kind of finalize some plans. And we had booked tickets a couple months back to go to visit the American comedian.
Oh yeah, Eliza Schlesinger. Yeah, I forgot. And we tried to do a video with that, but honestly, there wasn't anything to record. You know, we did the trip there, and then we did the show, which was amazing. She's fantastic and so good live. So we ended up not posting anything, but you can see that stuff on our Insta if you follow us there. There's 2 holidays for Americans in November. There is Veterans Day.
Or Remembrance Day is the equivalent.
And then we also have Thanksgiving. So because of that, we had 2 long weekends to go and do something. What are we gonna do? Decided we were gonna go ahead and try and do 3 countries that month. And we somehow managed to pull it off. So for Veterans Day weekend, we did Austria and Slovakia, which was a good time. I mean, vacationing always is. Then for Thanksgiving, we went to Romania, and it was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that we get to keep traveling, keep going places.
And that kind of brings us to now, where our next destination. Hopefully, because now the Omicron variant is ever present and everyone is changing the rules around the world. We are still going as of the moment, fingers crossed. But we are hoping to make our way towards Switzerland.
Which would be amazing. It'd be really cool.
It's probably one of my top countries I want to visit.
Which I guess by the time you guys are... by the time we're seeing this video, we'll either be there or... or we'll have been canceled and we'll be very sad. One of the two. And that brings us into the new year. So this next year is going to be really crazy for us. Kind of bittersweet. We are excited that we have new adventures ahead of us. Hopefully travel, depending on...
With our first one, your first unknown destination that I've planned entirely.
Yeah, Jordan's got something up his sleeve, but won't tell me what. So as long as that doesn't get canceled, we've got a trip planned in January to go to a mystery location. We've also got...
Nothing planned for February.
No, but hopefully family coming out. I mean, if things don't get canceled, my family is set to come out in March, which would be, beyond world so exciting. And then, what else? And then we also
have April, which we're hoping to go and visit Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and see the tulip fields when they're in peak bloom.
This is all like caveat depending on coronavirus. Like
it's a headache just sitting around waiting for news and hoping the best. That's everything we have scheduled, quote unquote.
And then next year, sadly, we'll be leaving England to go somewhere. One of the terrifying and exciting parts of being in the military is that you move every so often, and we don't really know where that's gonna be. I guess we get a little bit of a say by applying for locations, but hoping somewhere amazing, either close to family or another awesome location like this, where we get to really see and do a lot of things. But I don't know, I guess we'll just let it take us where it will. We'll see what happens.
So during our whole process of the move and the experience of picking a house and going through the whole different culture shock that we'll probably go through again, we'll continue to update the channel and go through our experience. So if you're military and you have questions about the move and want to know what to look forward to, we'll be posting videos and tutorials and stuff like that along the way.
And we'll probably do a house tour at some point. We haven't shown off where we live yet. I mean, you'll see bits and pieces of it throughout the channel, but talking about our UK home, do some reflection on our time here. It'll have been 3 years by the time that we moved, which is wild. When they first said we were coming here, and we heard 3 years, I was like, oh my gosh, 3 years is so long, but it is just flown by.
Yeah, it doesn't seem real. After some time later, we present to you our finest creation of Christmas gingerbread house train combination we have.
This was so much harder than I thought it was gonna be. But we'll put them up here on the screen so you guys get a full view all the way around of what these monstrosities ended up turning into. You'll have to let us know in the comment section down below who won the house versus the train. I had a lot of fun just looking back at the year and what lies in store for us.
Hers is way better than mine, in my personal opinion. But if you like trains,
I like yours.
If you like trains, you know who to vote for.
You have a lot more colors. I only have like
What are you
primary
talking about?
colors.
You have a
I have
yours
red.
is so well done with the icing, like literally like the ice, like snow.
Oh yeah, that was intentional.
Yeah. It looks so good. Like the fact that like this is streaming down with the wreath, and I
like
so much
how
better.
yours is just like really fun though.
The mold for like the tray and the
It was really rough.
it should have been like just stick it together.
But it's so much more fun if you get to like do it yourself, right?
It was fun overall. I enjoyed it. This is a good way to get into the festive spirit.
And thank you so much to Tamra for sending these to us. We had a lot of fun making them. It was a struggle, but
It
we had
was
fun.
a real struggle. Yeah, it was easy, but
Level
here
2.
Here they are.
So
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on socials. All those links down below.
And we'll see you guys in our next video next week.
All right. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.